We're at SFO and we're heading towards Philly for 3 hours. And we're going to drink a little bit and then we're going to go to Frankfurt.
It starts off with like Death Feast in Germany. And then Fecal Party in Prague.
And then kind of going all over the place. From there we go through Slovakia. We're going to Budapest, which is another pretty cool city to like go visit.
We're actually playing in Amsterdam this time around instead of just going to Amsterdam to party like last time.
And then after that we're going back down to DB's in the Netherlands. And then into Paris for a couple days in France into Reims and Paris. And then finishing off at the Mess-Stuff Festival in Switzerland.
Mess-Stuff, I think it means miso drunk, which kind of fits Splattered.
Yeah.
But we're going to get over to the fairgrounds by Wednesday or Thursday and start setting up for the big show. Play a massive concert in front of lots and lots of people. I'm nervous, but good nervous, stoked nervous.
For like the weekend, like the last week or so, it's been kind of nerve-wracking, kind of thinking about like going back over there. There's a lot of big shows. Like this is kind of important, but it's really, I've kind of settled down and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Like
we're on our way, like I said, to Germany. When we land, we got one night and then one day of jamming, and then we kick it off with Death Feasts, which is going to be pretty rad.
So we're meeting up with Gutslit. And Gurdeep, Pratik, and some other buddies of us.
Aaron. How the fuck did you...
Aaron, who's the other guy?
Cow show.
So we're no longer in America, we're in Germany.
Are we really?
Yeah, so we took 2 flights. We had a 3-hour layover. Now we're in Germany. We're grabbing our baggage. Yeah, we got drunk on the plane.
We're looking for Gurdeep and the Gutslit boys. Trying to find them at the bus station right now. I don't know where they are.
Where are the Gutslit boys?
I'm Gurdeep. I play bass for Gutslit. We're from India. I play bass for the last 12 years and I've been playing guitars for the last 14 years. And Gutslit is like a 10-year-old band right now. We play brutal death metal with a mixture of death grind and a little bit of slam elements and technical elements in it.
There's no real market for touring at all right now for bands like us, underground bands, because we do have a fair fan following back home. In fact, we, especially in our hometown Mumbai, usually we play like packed houses, but the investments, like you can't tour in a bus in India, because it's very expensive.
Been in the airport all day long. We haven't done really anything except try to eat really bad McDonald's, and we've been wearing the same clothes for a couple days now. Barely any sleep at all, maybe about an hour total for each of us. And we're basically just waiting for a bus right now. But we're heading to Lukas's house, which is about 3 hours away from here. We're gonna get there about 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hey, my name is Lukas. I'm the vocalist of Stillbirth and also the guitar player for Placenta Power Fist, and I'm doing the Death Feast open air. Yeah, I like the scene a lot because when you meet the people, it's always familiar and all the people are happy to see you, and I know so many people around the world and also around Europe. On every festival there is someone which face I know, so it's really cool to visit friends in some other states or some other cities.
It reminds me a lot of last time that we were in Germany, because she made hella good food and Gurdeep made hella good food, and we had another feast last time we stayed at Lukas's house, and we're just about to get our grub on. We're about to go to the actual venue for Death Feast to go help everybody set up and just get it ready for the next 3 days of insanity that's going to be going down in that campground.
I think that makes a point as well. It doesn't really matter where you're from. It's the music that matters. It's the fans that matter.
I got so much energy and power from the whole scene that I need to deliver something to the people. So I feel responsible for the whole scene, and I try to do my little part in this puzzle so it fits all together and we all have a good time.
So they asked me to play in this band, and they said like, would you mind playing in a death metal band? I had no idea the scope of what a death metal band was, and then they introduced me to a blast beat. and I was like, oh shit, this is the best ever.
Everybody here is just super friendly. Like, you go walk around on the camp patrol and you just go and just say hello to people. You walk up, somebody's smoking a J, they just pass, like, stick it in your mouth, make you smoke it real quick. They hand you a beer. Like, if they don't have an extra one for you, they'll give you like slugs of theirs. Just everybody's just welcoming. It's like coming home, but 8,000 miles from home. We're about to go to the actual venue for Death Feast to go help everybody set up and just get it ready for the next 3 days of insanity that's going to be going down in that campground. Just seeing everyone, it's like old friends that you're just like, holy shit, man, like, I never see you, but I talk to you online all the time.
Just seeing all these people supporting all these underground bands that you never actually see back home. It's just really cool to see, like, the scene growing a lot here and just, I don't know, being a lot bigger.
I think everybody's pretty loving towards each other. Like, it is really important to maintain these friendships, like, across borders, across continents, because, like, I mean, as you know, back home, it's pretty shitty right now with all the fucking Nazi rallies and white supremacist shit going down and people attacking each other because they look different or they speak the wrong language or some bullshit like that. But there's none of that here. Like, death metal, everybody speaks the same gurgling, fucking growling, screaming nonsense, and then we just get drunk together.
You can be who you are. You don't have to fit in some scene.
We just finished sound check back there, and sounded good.
A little nervous, but I think I'm gonna be okay. I think it's just about relaxing and having fun.
I mean, this is our first time playing open air like this. I've never played outside. I don't know about the tuna, but yeah, never played outside.
It's been a dream for sure since I was a kid, man, to be able to not only like come out to Europe and play, but at a fucking, you know, outdoor festival with a bunch of people. And
here we got for you,
I think we're all nuts. We're all just a bunch of mad people just doing crazy shit for no fucking reason. Like, I don't know, it's something way deeper than what I can actually put into words, because why would we be doing this? You know what I mean? You can't just say, oh, because it's for the love of it. No, it's beyond that. Like, there are experiences here. There are, there are people you meet. You broaden your network. You get to perform for different people. You see different cities. It's so much. Like, it's exciting. It's adventurous. It's so much of good shit which you don't really experience all the time. Like,
first of all, we are fan of this music and good listeners. I like to listen every kind of metal, not only brutal death metal, so I enjoy to play and make this music and meeting with new people, metalheads.
So it's like, okay, we've got people that are from Spain, they're from Portugal, they're from like Italy, the USA, everywhere, and it's like, the more they have people around as a fan base, they're going to go to these separate, like, all together festivals. That's the beautiful part. It's like you got many people that are from Germany and stuff as well. This is the perfect time to be like a human being as well, to actually get that experience and just get compassion as a metalhead.
I was thinking about the tour. How is it going to be? Is it fun? Is there any language barrier or something? And there's nothing. There's literally nothing. It feels that we're on tour for about a year or something. You know each other, you make inside jokes, you have, I don't know, tons of fun per day.
You're right next to him, and he was playing this game with this German guy, and he had a beer next to him, and they were about, 10 feet away from one another. And they had a fucking dart, and basically the object was to throw the fucking dart at the beer and not hit the other person's legs. Fucking first try, just sits down, doesn't even know what he's doing, takes his dart and fucking right in the guy's beer. It's perfect, dude. So the guy fucking grabs it and pounds it.
Beer dart. And what beer dart is, you shouldn't miss it.
We need a land. That's where we're from.
We're from Holland, so it's kind of in the center, I guess.
This is the great band from Colombia.
UK, English, London.
From Germany. We are not in America. Welcome to Germany.
And we are from Czech Republic, Brno.
Yeah, I came from Australia just to see some metal.
I like about the metal scene that everybody is equal, that everybody is equal. Nobody cares how you look, what you're doing. And if you see another scene, oh, you're black, you're Jewish, you're Muslim, fuck that. I like that in the metal scene that nobody cares about you, what are you? You only have to be yourself.
Well, I live in Bangalore, the band's from Bombay, so it's great, but you know, it's still a small but growing community for extreme metal. And yeah, I mean, shows happen quite a lot. The frequency might be a little less, but you know, as I said, it's a small but growing community, and I'm very optimistic about how things are going, man.
Yeah, it's a good scene. Like, you know, what happens is, like, you know, people who come here for the shows, they want, like, you know, they want to represent you and they like you, they want to hear your music, so then they buy the CDs. But then when you come at shows, there are people, like, you know, who really love, like, you know, having, like, wearing your merchandise and representing your band and just showing their support to you. So, like, even me, like, you know, I would, like, you know, buy a merchandise, like, any day, like, and just, like, rip it out, and I just love doing that myself.
The international metal scene is fucking... That's where it is. There's not enough fans in just one tiny place to kind of keep a metal career going, I guess. So if you want to do it seriously, you have to get into the whole international market. We're trying to cover as much ground as possible and just kind of do what we think is right, tour as much as possible, and keep making albums as consistently as we can, because we're having fun with the band. Like, it's our lives. Like, this is what we want to fucking do.
Lukas, I just can't see having a meeting without us. And it's Luke, by the way. I'm just very, like, I'm more disappointed than angry. Yeah. But it's a bit of a mixture of both, because I just can't believe you're having a meeting without us. We're very drunk, though, I won't lie. We miss you, and we love you all, and we hope you have a great tour, and we wish we could have been on the tour. Matt, give me seconds. Okay. But yeah, we love you and we miss you, and we can't wait to see you again and have like 1,000 meetings.
We will.
Yeah, 1,000, maybe 2,000 meetings.
The meeting said fuck feedback. Fuck feedback.
Fuck Austrian Gay TV.
That's
Fuck
all.
Meta.
I think.
Yo, Patrick, what do you think about feedback on stage? Guitar feedback on stage.
It's needed in death metal.
No.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Get the fuck out! Go to Karsha.
Patrick is also.
What's going on here? What?
What Karsha?
It's now out of Gutslit.
Yeah, but he's no longer a Gutslit. They need a new guitar
Maybe
player.
Matt and Patrick can do some a new band
called Feedback.
That's the feedback.
Pothead Feedback.
And they're doing feedback death metal because it's necessary in death metal. You know. Think about it.
The reason why we are sleeping in a van and there's only 2 of us right now is because tour is rough as fuck and it's not glamorous.
Normally one person would sleep in the van, sometimes is with all of our stuff in it, is it just more of a security thing, but sometimes it kind of goes a little awry with things that have been planned ahead with accommodations for sleeping and stuff like that, and you find yourself kind of having to make do. So here we are with the van. It's secure, and we are as comfortable as we can be.
It's not bad.
Sleep in. We took naps during the day, drove at 5 a.m. in the morning to here, about an 8-hour trek, so we're all pretty tired right now. Got a little bit of sleep.
We're in Prague right now. We're playing a festival called Fecal Party.
Where do you take care of the merch thing?
Oh, okay. So the merch thing, the guy with the Rotten Sound t-shirt, you go there, give everything to him. He's going to take 10% of the total sales. That's for the Fecal Party Festival, and he'll handle everything for you.
Alright,
so yeah.
We might just have to do 3 trips.
Yeah, that's fine.
And just
Let's
one
so,
band.
yeah, just splattered then right now. Let's load it up.
I think the better way will go by this car. I will turn it more times because it's short to hostel. It's about 5 kilometers.
Okay.
And I think it will be earlier than we will find from someone from this car.
Okay.
We gotta get back in the van. Well, we got over here and then
Went to the wrong hostel apparently, and are now going to the right one. We just left the festival. We're about to go shower, get cleaned up, and hit up our buddy's bar that's like a horror bar in city center. It should be pretty rad. Right now we're headed to the Nightmare Horror Bar in Prague. It's owned by our good friend Serge from Epicardiectomy. We've heard lots of cool things. There's lots of horror memorabilia, statues, what have you. And it's just a totally badass place.
As long as I can remember myself, like I've always been a fan of heavy music, and I've always been imagining myself, you know, on a stage, like doing the same fucking shit, you know. I just decided, like, fuck it. I still have people who like my music, so I'm just gonna continue doing my music for those people who like it.
In that scheme of things, you know, you meet a lot of different people. You meet a lot of different people at shows, and you meet a lot of different people that, as time goes on, the business gets more refined in between what these people are doing, and you build a rapport with them. So really, everybody, especially in the United States, where I'm from, is very connected. You know, the Long Island scene is very connected with the New York scene, which is very connected in New York in general, which is a very big place. You know, it's a very interconnected society, which is something that, like, people who don't understand what the underground is about, it's not necessarily just about being underground. It's actually about a lifestyle. And, you know, you meet your friends, you have your fans and everything all over the world.
Yeah, I think the Four Continent Brutality Tour is like, it's also fun because it's so many different cultural aspects come together at one point in Europe, where it's like totally different to India or not too much difference to America, but it's quite different to America and to South America, of course. It's quite different here in Europe, and it's so much fun because we share so much things that we don't know about other countries and cultures and whatever.
We came from Prague. We got a lot of sleep last night. We saw the Bone Church on the way over here. That was pretty cool. It was our second time there. And the beers are super cheap, and we're having a good time so far, man.
Alright, we're currently in Brno, Czech Republic. I think that's how it's pronounced. I feel like they're missing a couple vowels there. We're here to play the Anti-Trend Shit Happens mini open air festival in these lovely green tents behind this beautiful little yard we got here. Yeah, it should be an interesting night.
First impression was very DIY, very punk rock style. Little, you know, I mean, we like it. You know, don't get me wrong. It's a cool place. I like the vibe. You know, everything's kind of wooden and shitty. No PA yet. Waiting on a PA. Hopefully, it will handle what we have. One of the heads for the guitar rigs is a 60 watt. So if it doesn't get mic'd, it might be a little interesting.
You take a title for your band, as extreme as it gets, but you meet the people and it's like nice people. They all just want to have fun. There's nothing like really evil in their ways or the meaning of the lyrics.
We see each other we're like brothers. You know, only the music, the brutal death music or extreme music, as we want to call it, you know, brings people together in a way that at least I haven't seen it in anywhere else. You know.
Yeah, it was beautiful. We're in Ružomberok, Slovakia now. It's like, I think it's Ružomberok, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Okay, so we're in Slovakia at the venue. The venue's green room or backstage room. So shorter drive, only like about 4 hours. Yeah, we made it here safely. Pretty smooth ride. It got some decent sleep last night.
Tomorrow we're going to Budapest. That should be pretty rad. I've heard it's a beautiful city.
I never thought that this tour would happen and it goes this well. Really, it's unbelievable. I mean, where you can find an Indian, Pakistani, a German, an American, and I don't know, hugging each other, sharing a joint, drinking a beer, and having just fun. This is the music, this is the passion, and this is why I do it. This is why I love it. I don't chase in any paycheck or something. I do it because I love it, and that's the reason why we're all here, I think.
Just being a band from Africa and like showing people that bands from Africa can do this, you know what I mean? Like there's such a stigma in Africa with bands thinking that they'll never be able to break out of Africa. So it's just like, it's cool to be able to prove to them like, hey, if you work hard, you can actually leave Africa and, you know, tour the world, man.
This is the venue? I don't know.
It could be.
I don't even know if this is it, but there's like a little venue down there.
Yeah, this is weird. It smells like more asbestos.
So it's this way.
It
smells like
that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. It
smells like wet underwear. We're in someplace in Budapest looking for the venue. Remember that Spinal Tap scene where the guys are backstage and they get lost trying to get to the stage? This is the reverse. We're trying to find the place.
We haven't even found the backstage.
I think we're halfway through the game at this point. We were following the arrows with the van, but they started blurring out.
This is awesome. This is just like an ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an ass. This is a pair of boobs.
Dude, that
This is a vagina. This is a vagina. This is not an ass. This is a pair of boobs. Hello. Once you see the camera.
Do that for me, man. Do you like them live?
Do you like the vagina?
Last night was perfect. I drink everything I found, and it was fine.
It was supposed to be a 4-hour journey, but it ended up being about 6 or 6.5 hours. I think that's because Carl, our driver, got super drunk last night, woke up too early for his lighting today morning, and he ended up passing out randomly. He just stopped near a petrol station out of nowhere, and he's like, I want to take a nap for 30 minutes. And we had no option.
The scene in like Europe, it's like you got a small but a cool, brutal death metal or slam death, gore grind, whatever scene, like with the real underground people. It's like one family. It's like a bunch of, I don't know, like 500 people from everywhere, from Germany, from the Netherlands, Poland, Slovakia, Czech Republic, France, whatever, Spain, you name it, you got it. Everyone's there, all in the family. And it's so cool to be there, because even here in Switzerland there are people from, I don't know, England and whatever. They come just to join the party with the family. And if you go to a fest in Germany, you have friends from Spain, from France, from Romania, from everywhere. They're coming, like even from Australia, they're coming over to party. And it's like awesome. It's just like I said, the metal community inside of Europe, it's quite big. I think it's the biggest in the world.
Right now we're at the Arsholo Festival. Arsholo Festival. It's like a crust punk, more, I guess, old school metal thing than what we're usually involved with, as you'll see from the footage later. We just drove like 900 kilometers from Munich. It's a cool place. I feel like we stick out a little bit.
We're at the Oslo Festival in Neubrandenburg. It's pretty cool. It reminds me of a redneck playground or something. Yes.
We are at Crust Punk Festival. I think I'm the closest out of everybody to resemble these crusties. Oh, it's quite cool. I've never been to a place like this before. And like, I love the graffiti and shit over here. And ET is cool as fuck.
He's giving us a thumbs up. Tried to phone home, but got stuck in Germany.
I think we just love it, and it's something more than what anybody else can experience, you know.
For me, it's just being able to like talk to people, to be able to reminisce, to talk to different guitar builders, be able to play music on different stages and share with different bands from around the world that we love. It's been a part of my life for 30 years, as I said. So
We like to say that we do it because we love it, but I don't think that's true. I think we do it because we fucking need it, you know? I think it's just like a need, yeah, like an addiction, you know? You can't really stay away from it long enough. You gotta do it.
You just enjoy life, you know? You don't make money out of it, but you do it because you love your pals and you love the crowd, you love what it gives you, and it's just fun.
New Brandenburg, that's it, New Brandenburg. Never heard about it, never been here. Zdanek, who's a veteran at touring and things, never even heard about it. So that's a red flag right there.
What happened today? We got pulled over by German cops for like half an hour. Tuna left his passport in another van, the second van, so yeah, we got lucky that nothing happened. Not even penalty, not even fine for him.
So the German cop was trying to learn how to speak Czech. So it worked out because he was teaching him.
Yeah.
Did he pull you over because of the Czech plates?
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. He definitely needed some more lessons.
Well, I went to go get my passport this morning because last night I put it in my drum bag. They packed it up, and so I went to Lukas and I was like, hey, I need to get my passport. He's like, oh, you won't need it. I'm like, are you sure? Like, I should probably have it. And he's just like, no, we're already in Germany. No one's going to pull you over. And he's like, if anybody pulls you over, just have Zdenek call me. So we're getting pulled over, and I was like, fuck. So, yeah. Turns out the police officer just wanted approval from Zdenek because he speaks Czech, and the German cop wanted to learn. He's learning Czech, so he just wanted some lessons. So they checked everyone else. He's like, if everyone else's passport checks out, then that was cool.
Exactly. So the people who've just seen our pictures, like be it our family and all who've never come for a show, they always like, why are you guys so angry? But then when you see us and when you see us off stage, it's like a different scene altogether. It's the same with everyone. Like all the people who are there on this tour, or the bands that I'm here to watch, the big bands that I really look forward to, when they're on stage, it's a different aura that they carry, like a different persona they carry, a personality they carry. But when you just when they just come off stage and when you just go and meet them and greet them, look, it'll look like a really nice show, and there's a spontaneous smile on their face, and it feels so nice that they recognize you and you recognize them, and they feel so good, and it's like the warmth, as I said, we share. You feel like you're connected to them.
Metal is a big club, and you know what I mean. You get accepted everywhere, but Europe is especially receptive to it, to all types, and appreciative of any type of metal. And so it's a very, very warm metal community here. You know what I mean? You don't have a lot of strife. People aren't arguing one style versus another style or anything like that. People over here are just into the metal. They're into the experience of it. You know what I mean? And the freedom statement of metal.
We're in a crusty situation. Yeah, good thing we're a brutal death metal bands playing a crust punk venue.
Wo Kruste ist, da ist auch Alter. Tomorrow we play in Leipzig, East Germany.
All these words mean nothing to me. I love German language. I've always loved German language.
It's the best. Sehr gut.
Yeah.
Was ist das?
Die müssen noch viel lernen. I'm a bit lazy, but I love these guys. They're just being stupid Americans. And because I don't care if it's only 1 or 1,000 people in front of me, if those guys are entertained by me playing music, I'm totally cool with this. And that's the reason I do it, because I just love it to entertain people. I love to play music. I do it like more than half of my life, and so I don't know what to do anything else in music.
If you like extreme music, no matter if it's gore grind or brutal death or death metal or power violence, grindcore, whatever, just go to the shows in your local scene and support it.
It's a pure dedication. The dedication all these bands have is just, you can't really make any money with this kind of music.
I mean, it is hard. You're away from home. You don't know where you're going to sleep. I mean, every town, you don't know on what you're going to sleep, Might be a couch, might be in the van, might be a mattress, might be... But for me personally, that's okay.
So we just got done with Arscholio Festival.
Yes,
and
I think we woke up infected with 3 different types of AIDS, at least.
Yeah. So they're not gonna do anything.
Van has little problems right now. Got some exhaust issues, but it sounds like they can't fix it. They'd have to take the whole top off here just to get to the area where they can reconnect the pipe that's basically dislocated itself somehow. Since it'll take too long, the guy says we can probably just drive as it is.
This thing's supposed to be pretty old, to be expected. All I'm thinking about right now is getting food and coffee. I'm tired as dick. We just stayed at a punk squat, which is probably one of the nicer punk squats I stayed at, but punk squat's a putt squat. I feel dirty.
We were down the street at a different auto body shop trying to figure out if they can fix the van. And the guy on the phone yesterday said, oh yeah, we could probably get it done in an hour and a half, whatever. And we got there, the guy was like, I don't think this is going down. We got to leave the van overnight. So what we did was we drove up the road to a Ford dealership now, and we're going to see what this guy can do for us. Hopefully he can get it fixed. We can get back on the road.
Since we couldn't get it fixed yesterday, we've driven on it for a bit, and now it is
a bigger gap, and the actual corner piece of the piping has cracked due to heat stress and vibration.
Wait, really? That's the sound of our of like an exhaust pipe up front being fucking broken, and we're trying to fix it. It's been broken for 3 days. It was repairable just as of yesterday, and now apparently there's a crack in the gap between the two pipes have widened. That's the exact sound it's been making, and it smells real bad in here because we've been breathing in exhaust pretty much for the past 2 days. So I hope we don't die.
We just reached the halfway point in a couple days. This is the second half now. I'm excited for Mess Stuff, the end of the tour, just because there's a lot of really cool bands to see, and I feel like that's going to be a pretty fucking big show.
Well, we're getting pulled over for the second time here on tour. First time I didn't have my passport on me, but now I do.
From playing at a show like this, Death Fest, and seeing a bunch of people, like a huge crowd going insane with your music, like everything about this is like special.
I just feel really lucky to have found metal and to have it be such a big part of my life, and I've made a lot of really good friendships through the metal scene, and today is a very good example. My bros from India, we were keeping in touch online for years, and we finally just met today in person and got to share the stage with them, do a couple songs. So it's just really cool. The world feels smaller when you're part of something like this.
What do you like about tour?
I don't know, getting wasted and hammered with the most awesome people I've ever met. And get a and I love this kind of red hashtag no story true homo. And I gotta say, I love the redneck feeling around Splattered because of their accent, all the cans of beer, the weed passing around. I love it.
Had to switch vans, unfortunately, which kind of sucked, but you know, the tour must go on. Yeah, it's been a great day. I'm really fucking high right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, so we're in Amsterdam. We just played a set. Apparently, some drum and bass like band playing after us or DJ.
It was overlapping.
Yeah, and then
guy
they
told us that we should have been out 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, so they kicked us out with all our gear. We're in a busy ass street with a kind of sketch city where somebody could probably just run up and grab our shit. And our fucking vans are fucking 10 kilometers away because that was the closest parking. So we're waiting for them to get here, and we have to carry all our shit that direction and hope somebody doesn't fucking steal anything.
And people who think about this whole racism stuff and this whole bullshit and different skin colors, different religions, I don't even give a fuck, you know? It's I don't care. I couldn't care less about something like it.
They are very accepting of Gutslit in general, like us being from another, like way out there. People just love stereotyping people because these guys are the coolest and the most peaceful guys I've ever met in my life. But when we're on stage, we're just metal, we're just aggressive as fuck. But when we get down, we just want to chill, we don't want to like burn churches and shit.
And now we are in Paris, and it was an exciting adventure driving around here. It's not as bad as Amsterdam, but definitely was a crazy time. It's just kind of chaos, and I don't think the lights mean anything here. But
We're in Paris, France right now, being touristy as fuck. Yeah, we just kind of left the venue.
We're like 200 yards from the Notre Dame right now. We're supposed to be doing a sound check.
Setting up, I think.
Setting up merge.
Putting up the back line.
So today we started out at the promoter's house of last night's show in Paris. But yeah, woke up, got our shit together, took some showers and everything, and
Took the metro in Paris to the Eiffel Tower. Got to have some croissants and espresso below the Eiffel Tower, which is pretty cool. The show tonight is definitely interesting. It's a little lower turnout than it was.
But this is all kind of like a big family for the 2 weeks because everyone is cool to each other, everyone supports each other, and of course all the work that comes with it.
Sí, eso yo lo que creo es que eso debe ser algo que en un momento cuando te empieza a ti a gustar, eso es una cosa que se te mete así en la sangre. Entonces yo me pregunto, ¿por qué lo sigo haciendo? Y la verdad que no hay una respuesta.
Hope we don't fuck up. Kind of thinking about like what the sound situation is going to be too. So there's a lot of these outdoor festivals. I'm not used to playing outdoors. We used to play in really tiny fucking concert halls and venues and like shitty bars. So it's like the acoustic situation's a lot different in those situations. So yeah, I'm nervous about the sound. I'm nervous about performing in front of like some of my favorite guitar players. Like Bob Vigna from Immolation is my favorite soloist of all fucking goddamn time. We're playing like a band or two before him.
We're gonna have a great night tonight. But yeah, so like I said, it's the last club show of the festival, which means that tomorrow is Mezuf, and my high school me is flipping the fuck out because of who we're playing with and who that means is potentially gonna watch us play like bands I've listened to for over a decade, sort of thing, you know. And it's kind of the trick.
I'm here in the beautiful area of Switzerland, of the Mezuf Open Air Festival. It's the last show of the Brutal Grooves and Grinding Moves European Madness 2017 tour, and yeah.
Soy de Venezuela y pues vivo en España. Pues la escena de España hay muchas bandas en la escena de Brutal Death, del Grindcore, reconocidas que siempre están en tour a nivel de América, Norteamérica. Pero hay mucha movida, más que en mi país, en Venezuela, por ejemplo. Hay buena escena, pero lo complicado es venir desde Venezuela. Para hacer un tour en España, por ejemplo, en Europa, es muy complicado por la distancia. Y a nivel casi que económico, es más difícil tener los equipos y venir para empezar un tour en Europa. O sea, más fácil es estar aquí en España.
Hey, sorry. A little bit out of it right now. Kind of wish we got here like an hour or two earlier. Got here and had to jump up on stage and warming up, and
now we're here. Good. I was a little nervous, but good. Honestly, I feel like I haven't been able to hear super well at a lot of these outside shows. It's a different environment than I'm used to. I'm used to like an 8x10 room. And over there is Ross Dolan of